Two things. It's my birthday week and I'm freaking exhausted. Hi everybody, today I am planning out the week of January 28th through February 3rd, 2019 in my Erin Condren horizontal neutral planner. It is my birthday week and I just got back from the New York Planner Addicts Masquerade, which was this last weekend. I got back last night. I am so exhausted. I was only in New York for a couple of days, but it was enough to it was fun. Don't get me wrong, I'm just so tired. It's my birthday week and I was gonna do super colorful birthday, but I had just gotten this that I ordered from Erin Condren, this custom colorway of this print, and it's so pretty and it's so neutral and I love neutral, so I think I'm gonna go with this for my birthday week. I won't keep mentioning that, I promise. I grabbed a couple Simply Gilded washi tapes and this one from the Get to Work book people, and I think that's what I'm gonna go with. I got a lot going on this week. It's a busy week, so we're gonna just get going, okay? I also grabbed these Happy Planner journaling books because they're black and white. I mean, there's gold foil as well, but there's black and white doodles, and I figured those could be fun. Plus my usual assortment of Krissyanne Designs and Once More with Love. So the first thing I'm gonna do is cover up these flags, and I'm trying to decide if I want to do black or white. Maybe white. I'm gonna slice this down the middle like I've been doing with these, because I want to use them on the top, but they're too fat to just be used on the top. But if I run them here and then here, if it's white, I can cover it up. I think I'm gonna go with white. I'm not awake. I've had coffee, but it's not doing jack shit for me right now. So I had a great time at the NYC Planner Addicts Masquerade. I got to meet a bunch of you. If I met you there and gave you a hug, please let me know in the comments below, because it was so much fun. I was the hostess, so I basically was the MC of the event. But then also, towards the end of the workshop part of the event, I gave a live podcast. I gave a spiel and recorded it for my podcast, The Uncurated Life. As far as I know, everything worked okay. So if everything worked okay, it will be going live in a couple of weeks. So keep your eyes open for that. If you were there and you want to hear it again, or if you weren't there and you're curious. I made a couple people cry. I was okay with that. Not to sound like an asshole or anything, but when you're talking about something where you want people to be affected, if they cry, that's a pretty decent observation of you affecting them. It makes me sound like a douche, but I swear it's not because I want to be an asshole. It's just because it's like a confirmation. All right, so I'm gonna measure this so it's in half, and then I'm gonna slice right down the middle. I think I'm gonna cover up this with white out as well, because I want to cover that up. You know, it's funny, I always seem to want to cover up the year, and it's because it gives me more room to slap this puppy down. If I don't cover up the year, then don't get as much real estate. But you would think if I wanted to look back on this week, I would want to know what year it was. But at the same time, if I know it's a 2019 planner, does it really matter if I have the year on there or not? You know? I don't know. These are the questions that keep me up at night. Some of you guys are probably like, Cindy, you're thinking too hard. You're thinking way too hard. I may have cut this wrong. Note, this is not the same right size, but that's okay. It's all right. We'll figure it out. It's not super obvious. It's somewhat obvious, but it's not super obvious. So we're just gonna leave it alone for right now. If it really starts to bug me throughout the course of this, I might cover it up, but otherwise, I'm not gonna stress out. And then I'm gonna slap it down here as well. Now I'm gonna go and divide my boxes up. I divide them up for weather, meal planning, and blood pressure. I haven't actually meal planned for this week yet. I know we're doing on Thursday because it's my birthday dinner, but I don't know about the rest of the week yet. That's something I need to do today, so I'm not gonna fill that in, but I do have the weather for this week. I gotta draw in my lines for the blood pressure, but before I do that, I'm gonna slap on one of these black strips from the kit, because on Friday, my Plan As You Go month starts. Now, for those of you who have been here for a few Plan As You Goes, you know the drill, and for those of you who don't, I will let you know. What I do is, in a month, and this month is February, I film every single day my planner process. I have seen some people who, they fill their whole planner out at the beginning of the week, and that's that. And I am not that person. I do not, you'll see in this plan with me, I don't put everything in it at the beginning of the week because A, my week changes, B, shit comes up. right? So I need to leave space. And so I call it being a plan as you go person. Like you get the basics down, and then as your week progresses, you add to it. And as that's how I plan, and because people have always been curious about how I use this and my bullet journal and now my power sheets together as planners together, I show you my legit, it's not staged, it's my legit planning process every single day for an entire month. That starts on Friday, and it will go through the end of February. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't yet, because then you'll get those videos every single day. Hashtag hella Cindy videos. Anyways, that's starting on Friday, so I wanted to mark that in there before. I like to do this before I put the blood pressure in, because like the little line, because I like to leave equal space, and because this covers up a little bit of that box, there's not quite equal space if I do it first. It seems redundant, but whatever. And the pen I'm using is the one I've been using lately. It's a Pilot fine liner. So now that I've gotten my blood pressure marked in, oh hi Mark, I'm going to put my weather in. For the week I go through Monday through Thursday, because that's as far as I can go before the weather starts not being as accurate. It's gonna be rainy this week. Hopefully not rainy on my birthday. So far, according to the forecast, it's not, because we usually drive about 45 minutes to our favorite sushi restaurant up Valley for my birthday. Driving up Valley is not fun in the rain. I know we're Californians. My husband is a New Yorker. He knows how to drive in the rain, but it still stresses me out. So we're fingers crossed. I want rain. California needs rain, but not that day. That's my one meal I know about for the week. The rest of them I gotta figure out, including today. So that's on the agenda for today. Speaking of agenda, let's start getting some things in. I'm going to take these little check boxes and put them every other day. It actually works out that way. Especially for today and Sunday are both days that I have a shit ton going on. And so having a little checklist will be more helpful than putting one or two things under each day, which is where I put all of the things that need to get done that day. Like top priorities, and then when I work in my bullet journal, that gives me an idea of kind of where to start. I like to use my planner as a visualization tool. Like, that sounds fucking hokey, but it's true. This is the way I like to visualize my day and what it's going to look like. That is not what I wanted to do. I like to use this as a way to kind of map out the big things that are important, the things that need to get done, the things that are like super top priority, and then go from there to make a list for the day of what's gonna get done. Because that way, if the stuff that's on here, the stuff that's written in here, the stuff that is the biggest print in here, it will help me prioritize the things that need to get done on a given day, if that makes sense. All right, so I've got some little checklists, and now what I'm gonna do is go through here and put down the things, like the timed things, the things that I know are happening on each day or that have to get done that day, and then we're gonna go back and get today mapped out, because today is Monday when I'm filming this. Normally I film my plan with me is a little bit ahead of time, because I plan my week out before Monday so that Monday I can get a rolling start, but with the trip this week, I wasn't able to. So I've got a list already of things that need to get done today, because I didn't go into this week as prepared as I thought I was going to get, you know, the week ready. That sounds, how many times, you say a word so many times it stops meaning, like it starts to not have its meaning. For me, a big one was pumpkin, working at Trader Joe's during like the time when all 65,000 pumpkin products would show up. Pumpkin would stop making sense as a word. Well, now like week and plan are both like starting to make my mind a little broken. Tuesday, I have rehearsal that night, and I need to post my challenges. Those are both things that need to get done that day. There's also a post for my patrons. It's time to bust out the music munchkins, and I might as well leave them out because I have at least one more music situation this week that I know about right off the top of my head. So I've got this little black and white camera from the Happy Planner journal book and this music munchkin for quartet. So Wednesday, again, I have a list of things that are happening. Thursday, I have a phone call pretty early at 7:30. I have a live with my patrons, and then we have our dinner that night, which I think we'll put over here. So the patron live and the phone call can go right here. So I have a telephone icon from Krissyanne Designs and a little computer situation for my patron situation. That's another word that I'm saying too much. So Friday, I gotta do a lot of stuff to prep for the weekend. Saturday, I need to wash my sheets, and that's the only thing I know about right now off the top of my head, which is actually fabulous, because if my husband and I can just decide to do nothing that day and just hang around the house, get a little housework done, you know, wash our sheets, play some video games, chill out, that would be phenomenal. Because after having such an intense weekend, this last weekend, I could use the break. Now Sunday, the aforementioned church day, I'm just gonna make my list of church shit right here because there's a lot going on. That's my churchy as fuck day. Now that we've done those things, I'm gonna go back in and add in the rest of my shit all for today and for anything else for this week. So let's start with today. So on the docket today, I need to film, which I got this on here, but filming and editing is going to probably take up a good part. Fucking sirens. Filming and editing is going to probably take up a good part of today. I need to put in that my kid has rehearsal all day, so I'm actually picking them up later than usual. They're doing tech for the school musical, and they have a tech rehearsal today. So very cool for them to have a lot of fun, but it's going to impact the afternoon and how it works. So I want to make sure to put filming and editing on here fairly large because that is going to be a big chunk of it, but then also make note of the other things. So I'm going to use this one down here in the corner to note the rehearsal. And then I'll put right here that we're going to watch Rent tonight. Now, some of you guys have been asking me, I've been tagged in a bunch of posts on Facebook, because you guys know I love Rent. Rent is my thing, and that I have feelings about this Rent live. At this point, it's already aired. Don't tell me in the comments. I haven't watched it yet. We got back from the airport late enough where I wasn't going to be able to start it from the beginning, so we're watching it tonight. I will respond with my feelings after I've seen it. Don't spoil me, por favor. Please don't spoil me. Maybe I should use a salty sticker for that, because I don't know if it's gonna make me feel salty or happy. I'm confused. I am conflicted. Actually, no, I'm gonna use this little one, this little face from Once More with Love Munchkin for that, because it looks very confused, and that's how I feel about Rent. All right, so this is my day today. Big priority there, a couple of other things. Now Tuesday, I put in my quartet rehearsal, and there's at least one more thing that needs to be done on Tuesday, and that is a couple of things for my patrons. One thing for my patrons that requires kind of two things, but it's not gonna take very much time. It's just to fix, I got my calendar together for the patrons for next month, and then double book something with a doctor's appointment. So I have to get in there and fix the mistake I made and then post it for them. So I'm going to use one of these Krissyanne Design boxes for that. And when I write on Krissyanne Design stickers, I like to use this Le Pen Permanent. There's a couple other pens I use, but this is the one I'm using today. All right, so that's good. And maybe I'll put like a sticker on there, something to remind me that it is a top priority for that day. Check mark. There we go. All right, I'm not gonna put anything else on Tuesday though. I don't have anything scheduled for that day, and I would like to wait until Tuesday to figure out where I'm at. I have so much to do this week, and Tuesday is a work day that so far I don't have any scheduled appointments for, so I'd like to wait and see what I can get done. One of the things I don't have on here is that my kid has an appointment at 2 p.m. I got one of those Happy Planner icons for this. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull receipts right here. That leaves about half the day open, so we'll decide what else needs to go there when I get there. For my birthday, I want to put a full box of something of that sort to mark in for my birthday dinner, because A, we're gonna be out of the house for several hours that night between driving and eating out, and B, it's my birthday, and it'll be a reminder to me to not overbook myself this day because it's my birthday and I should take it easy. Did I mention it's my birthday? So this is a giant fucking sticker, this like balloon sticker from the Happy Planner, but I wanna use it. I just need to make it smaller. So I'm gonna stick it here, and then I'm gonna just trim off the little tails here. Not sized for the horizontal. I mean, it makes sense, it's not the same company. And I'm going to take a gray and color in one of these balloons. I'm not gonna write the time in. I think I know when we're gonna go to dinner, but I gotta double check with my husband before I make the reservation. And that's all that I need to put on Thursday. Friday, I have this list here, but I also have a patron hangout, and I need to put in a sticker for Plan As You Go starting. So I'm gonna use that sticker for the hangout, and I'm gonna grab one of these little flags. Saturday, like I said, we're leaving it blank. Sunday, I've got church all day. Jesse also has band practice that day, so I want to make sure to get that in as well. And other than that, I'm going to leave Sunday blank because I don't know how much time I'm going to actually have on Sunday to do much of anything. And B, I don't like loading the weekends up with more than what's already on them. It can make the weekend really shitty if you load yourself up ahead of time and then a bunch of other stuff happens and suddenly you're a chicken with your head cut off the whole time. For me, that sucks. So that is everything that needs to get done this week. The last thing I want to do is put something here. And so far in January, what I was doing was using this as a space to remind myself of my focus for the month and maybe tweak it a little bit. This is the first monthly check-in with my power sheets. Like, I have them scheduled for the whole year, and Monday, today, is the first one of the year. I'm gonna use this big black situation and write on it with gel pens. This is the Uniball Signo Bold gel pen. I love it. It does take a few minutes to dry on these stickers, but as you can see, it pops, which is awesome. I think I'm gonna write, because my January was about establishing habits and my February is going to be about routine, which kind of goes together. Because we're easing into a new month, because I'm coming off of traveling, and because Plan As You Go is starting, the biggest reminder I want to make to myself is to take a deep breath as I am beginning to establish these routines and work on these habits, and to be nice to myself about it. So that's the reminder that I'm gonna put this week. It's my birthday week, so I need to be nice to myself, but in general, I need to be nice to myself. So take a deep breath. Be kind to yourself. That's what I want to remind myself of as I begin Plan As You Go and go from one month to the next in my power sheets. That's my reminder. So this is my week. I hope you have a fantastic week. If you are looking forward to Plan As You Go, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Other than that, I hope that you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video.